Well, Uchenna, we have reached my favorite portion of the game show, and it's always fun for me to prove how big of an Amazing Race superfan I truly am by creating a game for a former Amazing Racer to play. So I am very excited to share with you another one of my game creations. It's time for the game of the day.
Game of the day.
Now, as I mentioned at the start of the show, this game revolves around the teams you competed against during Season 11, The Amazing Race All-Stars. And although there were 10 other teams standing in your way from winning a second $1 million prize a decade and a half ago, now these teams can help you win this game of the day right here on the game show. This game is called Before They Were All-Stars. Before They Were All-Stars. And here's how the game works. In front of me are 12 numbered cards, each of which contains a statement about one of the 11 teams that you competed against on Season 11, The Amazing Race All-Stars. You'll pick a number, I'll read the statement, and all you have to do is tell me which team that statement corresponds to. Now here's how you win, Uchenna. Since you and Joyce finished in 5th place on the Amazing Race All-Stars, if you can answer 5 out of the 12 statements correctly, you will win this game, and hopefully it will help heal some of the wounds from not winning the Amazing Race All-Stars. Now, Uchenna, keep in mind, the answer to a statement might be a team by the name of Uchenna and Joyce, multiple statements might correspond with the same team, and there's always a possibility that a team is not an answer to any of the statements. With all that in mind, are you ready to play, Uchenna?
Let's do it.
Then let's play Before They Were All-Stars. Remember, Uchenna, 5 out of 12 correct statements are needed for you to win. And which numbered card would you like to start with?
Let's start with 12.
Number 12 is where we will start. And here comes your first statement. Good luck, Uchenna. On their original season, this all-star team had 2 consecutive second-place finishes, followed by 2 consecutive first-place finishes, followed by 2 consecutive second-place finishes, followed by 2 consecutive fourth-place finishes.
Oh, wow.
So in other words, they finished 2 legs in second place, followed by 2 legs in first place, followed by 2 legs in second place, followed by 2 legs in fourth place.
In their other race?
In their original season, yes.
That would be Danny and Oswald.
Are you locking that in?
I'll lock that one in, yes.
Unfortunately, we're off to a bad start. It's actually Dustin and Candace.
Dustin and Candace. They were great. I like those guys. Yes, Dustin and Candace.
Yeah, so legs 5 and 6, they finished in second place. Legs 7 and 8, they finished in first place. Both halves of leg 9, because that was a double-length leg, they finished in second place. And legs 10 and 11, they finished in fourth place. Brad fact! And all those placements occurred during Season 10, which was Dustin and Candace's original season. But don't worry, Uchenna, there is still plenty more games still to be played. Which number next?
Let's go with number 3.
Number 3 it is, and here comes the statement. This all-star team originally raced on the season that first introduced the yield.
That first introduced the yield. That would be Joe and Bill.
Are you going to lock in Joe and Bill?
I'm locking it in.
No, it's not Joe and Bill. It's actually Charlotte and Myrna.
Okay.
Charlotte and Myrna competed on Season 5 of The Amazing Race, and Season 5 of the show introduced the yield. Brad fact! Alright, Uchenna, you're off to a slow start, but you can only go up from here. Which number next?
Let's go for number 5.
Number 5 statement is coming up right now. This team finished the race in the same position during their original season as they did on The Amazing Race All-Stars.
I think it was either Terry and Ian or David and Mary. Let's go with David and Mary.
Are you locking in David and Mary?
I'm locking it in.
Actually, this was the time you should have said Oswald and Danny because they are the correct answer.
Man, okay.
Oswald and Danny placed 4th on both Season 2 and Season 11. Brad fact!
Gotcha.
But Uchenna, don't feel discouraged. You still have 9 statements remaining, and you only need 5 to win.
Okay, let's go. Question number 7.
Number 7 it is. Here's the statement. During their original race, this team faced a double-length leg as part of leg 3, the earliest double-length leg in Amazing Race history.
Maybe that's a Charlotte and Myrna again. Let's go with Charlotte and Myrna.
Are you locking in Charlotte and Myrna?
Yes.
No, it was Eric and Danielle.
Really?
Yeah, so Season 9 had a double-length leg as part of Leg 3, which both Eric of Eric and Jeremy and Danielle of Danielle and Danny encountered. Brad fact! Alright, Uchenna, we still need to get you on the board. What number next?
11.
Number 11 it is, and here comes your statement. On their original season, this all-star team took some time to shop in Hong Kong.
You know what? I'm thinking John Vito and Jill.
John, Vito, and Jill, is that what you're going to lock in?
Yes.
You were one season off. It was Oswald and Danny in Season 2.
They went shopping.
Yeah, so while waiting for their flight to be booked on Leg 8 of Season 2, Oswald and Danny did some shopping in Hong Kong, including ordering mocha cappuccinos at Starbucks and buying cologne. Brad fact! Alright, Uchenna, I still have confidence. You're gonna get your first correct answer eventually. The numbered cards still remaining are 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Which one would you like?
10, please.
Number 10, and here's the statement behind that card. While China is the most visited country in Amazing Race history, having been featured on 14 seasons so far, this all-star team was the first team to ever be eliminated in China.
In China they were eliminated?
Yes, the first ever team to ever be eliminated in China.
I'm going to go with Joe and Bill.
Are you going to lock in Joe and Bill?
Yeah.
No, it was the other Season 1 team on Amazing Race All-Stars, Kevin and Drew. So during Leg 11 of Season 1, Kevin and Drew famously raced Joe and Bill through Beijing, China, hoping to avoid the final elimination of the season. Joe and Bill survived, but Kevin and Drew were eliminated, making them the first ever team to be eliminated in China. Brad fact!
Okay.
So you have 6 cards left, Uchenna, numbers 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And as a reminder, you need to get 5 out of these 6 statements correct in order to win. Which number next?
1.
Number 1 for hopefully your first correct answer. Here comes the statement. Out of all 11 teams on the Amazing Race All-Stars, this team was the only one to finish the race in 5th place on their original season.
Golly, I can't remember. I'm going to just guess John Vito and Jill.
Are you locking in John Vito and Jill?
Yes.
Well, believe it or not, it is John Vito and Jill!
Yeah. I got 1. Yeah, there we go.
See, I told you card number 1 was going to get you your first correct answer. Yeah, John Vito and Jill placed 5th on Season 3. Brad fact! So you have 1 correct answer, Uchenna. 4 more to go to achieve a victory. What number next?
All right, so we're going to number 2.
Number 2. Maybe this is going to be a lucky strategy for you, going in numerical order.
Yeah.
And this is what card number 2 says. They were the only all-star team not present at the finish line of their original season.
Oh, wow. They were not present at the finish line on their original season.
Correct.
I'm going to go with Joe and Bill.
Are you going to lock in Joe and Bill?
I'm going to lock that in.
Well, you've said Joe and Bill twice before, and both times Team Guido was an incorrect answer. This time, Joe and Bill is the correct answer.
All right, we're getting better with time.
Yeah, so Joe and Bill were so far behind during the final leg that they ended the race in Alaska, the penultimate location. Brad fact! You now have 2 correct answers, and the next number you have available is number 4. So do you want to see what statement is behind number 4?
Yep.
All right, here comes the statement behind number 4. This all-star team was the first ever team in Amazing Race history to be marked for elimination.
Dustin and Candace.
Is that your answer, Dustin and Candace?
I'm going to go with them.
Well, Season 10 introduced the march for elimination penalty, and Dustin and Candace did race on Season 10, but David and Mary also raced on Season 10, and they are the correct answer.
Okay, good enough.
And just so you know, David and Mary were marked for elimination by being last during a non-elimination leg that occurred on Leg 5 of Season 10. Brad fact! Alright, Uchenna, not to put any pressure on you, but there are 3 cards left, numbers 6, 8, and 9, And in order to win the game, you need to get all 3 of these statements correct. But I have full confidence that you could do just that. So which of the 3 numbers would you like to start with?
6. Let's go right in the line.
Number 6 it is, and here is the statement, Uchenna. On their original season, one team member of this all-star team ate both 2 pounds of caviar and an ostrich egg as part of 2 different roadblocks.
That would be Charlotte and Myrna.
Are you locking in Charla and Myrna?
I think I'm going to lock that in.
And I think, Uchenna, that you are correct.
Yes. Thought I had a glimpse of a memory of that.
Yeah, as part of the Season 5 race course, Charla ate 2 pounds of caviar during the Leg 4 roadblock in Russia and ate an ostrich egg during the Leg 7 roadblock in Tanzania. Brad fact. 3 correct statements down, 2 more to go for a win, and between numbers 8 and 9, which one would you like to play next, Uchenna?
All right, number 8.
And here is the statement behind number 8. This is the only all-star team to finish in 3rd place during 3 consecutive legs of their original season, with none of the 3rd place finishes occurring on the final leg.
Golly, I feel like it was us. I think it was. It was us. It would be me.
Are you locking in Uchenna and Joyce?
I'm going to lock that in.
Well, I was hoping that you would know when the statement pertained to you and Joyce. And in this case, you did, because Uchenna and Joyce is correct.
Yeah. I remember a bunch of 3rd places.
Yeah, in Season 7, you finished legs 6, 7, and 8 in 3rd place. And in case you were wondering, Joe and Bill also had 3 consecutive 3rd place finishes during Season 1, but one of those 3rd place finishes was on the final leg, which is why you and Joyce were the correct answer. Brad fact.
That was the differentiator.
All right, Uchenna, it doesn't get much more exciting than this. You have 4 correct statements, which means you only need 1 more correct statement to win the game, and there is 1 statement left, which is behind card number 9. So, to win this game of Before They Were All-Stars, here's the statement. On their original season, this team won the fast forward during a leg in Morocco.
That would be Terry and Ian.
Are you locking in Terry and Ian?
I'm locking it in, baby. Locking it in.
Well, Uchenna, you started the game off slow, but here at the end, you came on really strong, answering 4 out of the last 5 statements correctly. Unfortunately, you needed 5 correct statements for the win, and with your answer of Terry and Ian, you actually did get your 5th correct answer. Uchenna, you won!
Oh my God, I feel like a winner. I love it.
Well, you should feel like a winner, Uchenna, because you have officially won this game of Before They Were All-Stars.
Yes. I'll send you my bank account for the check, for the win. I appreciate it. That's great.
And that means, Uchenna, you are a 2-time winner of the Game of the Day on the Game Show.
Awesome. That makes me feel super good, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to play the game with you.
It was my pleasure to give you that opportunity. And by the way, Terry and Ian won their fast forward during leg 6 of Season 3 in Morocco. Brad fact. And that was the Game of the Day Before They Were All-Stars. Before They Were All-Stars.